Hey there. Sky invited me to say a little something, so it's my pleasure to say a little something about my dear friend Sky. I've known Sky for about 10 years now, and I've seen him through quite a transformation in his life, even though obviously the thread of who Sky is has been there all along. His playful spirit, his humor, and that ability that Sky has, which is so like just to put everyone at ease and feel really like just comfortable in his presence. He's just got that gift. He's just a real light soul, and you just know that by meeting him and know that by his being. But I've seen him through quite a challenge in his life through the before he had ankylosing spondylitis or before he knew he had it and was experiencing those mystery pains that later resulted in a diagnosis that at the time were just scary and slowly coming on stronger and stronger, and his confusion at the time. And yeah, so I saw a real transformation that he went through in trying to find out what was going wrong, the fear, and then and the process and the different stages of that. But then also just that beautiful sort of brighter light that he is that eventually overcame and shined through the whole process and was a full witness to that. And played a pretty significant role. I was really close to him at that time, so I was able to really witness it on a very personal level, and of course see the transition and the beautiful blossoming into what he is doing now for his work, and how he got there, which is quite the cool thing to be able to say that I was able to witness and be a part of. Um, yeah, it's so fun because really when I first met him, he was pretty conventional, a conventional guy in his late 20s that was I thought that any of this sort of more consciousness work was pretty airy fairy and like, not stuff to be taken seriously. And it kind of annoyed him a little bit. And when I would, but he had gone through all these different aspects of trying things and not having anything be successful and no answers really. And then when he ultimately got the full diagnosis of that he may not be able to function as a normal human being again and would be basically crippled, that that ultimate sort of breaking of like, this is not possible and I've got to go to other alternative knowing instead of just taking what the conventional school of thought was willing to, the only picture that was being able to be presented. And so he was like, I got to go to some other deeper knowing, and that's ultimately that. And that knowing, that light, that belief, and also the well, when I say belief, that was a huge part of it. That belief and that knowing and that um, really knowing that your mind and your awareness and your consciousness are so much more powerful and also beyond what we can see and perceive in this reality is so limited, and to finally really have evidence of that. And so I was one of the first people to introduce him to some of these concepts. He wasn't really open to it at the time, which is kind of fun to look back on and laugh now. But yeah, it was quite a journey of really opening up to magic and the world of possibility, the quantum field of possibility, and all the different aspects that now science is now teaching us. But it's really still the cutting edge of science. And most people that you talk to out there in the world are still like, what are you talking about? Because it's not mainstream science yet. But the fact is that any science has always, any new science has always been on the cutting edge and has always received criticism and judgment from the main status quo and anyone that's maintaining that status quo. And so this is just another element of that, which is so exciting to be on the cutting edge of that, because that's what my work involves too. And I'm also a coach. And I would say that that's because of the journey that Sky and I've been on and influenced in each other. So I'm blessed to know him, blessed to be friends with him, blessed to be sharing this with you.